Yo, it's me, it's CSCOTD. We are continuing the road to 31 on 31. Pass that out right over here. Because we are going to talk about the classic 1960 Alfred Hitchcock film, Psycho. I believe that this film is a landmark not only for horror films, but for the slasher genre. A lot of people, they credit Halloween, some even Black Christmas, but this was really, well, it's not full slasher like it is, I think, the first slasher film. I know some people say, no, it's Peeping Tom, but you know what? No, Psycho. You know, but yeah, and it's very well known that Alfred Hitchcock would not allow anyone in after the film had started because he didn't want to ruin the twist. Because if someone had walked in and seen that somebody wasn't there, it would ruin the twist, And to keep it very close like that, it's nowadays you wouldn't be able to do that. People would be like taking pictures and posting on Facebook. OMG, this happened. You wouldn't be able to do that now. No way, no how, no. Back then, yeah, control. And to me, it's almost as if Psycho could have been split into two different films, to be honest. And it could be almost like two episodes of The Twilight Zone if you think about it. But you could split it into two different films, because from where the film starts, it's very drastically different from where you get at the end of the film. Because you start with this woman, Marion Crane, played by Janet Leigh. She works at this bank for her boss, and one of his clients comes in with this money, $40,000, and wants to put it in the bank vault. Well, Marion, wanting to run away with her boyfriend Sam Loomis, not Dr. Loomis, but Sam Loomis, decides to steal the money and run off to Sam so that they can get married and they can be together. And so the first part of the film was her running away and almost getting caught by her boss, driving, almost getting caught by the cops, buying a new car with said money, and then driving away. And she gets to this hotel managed by Norman Bates, who seems like this normal, nice guy who cares for his mother. And then, after having dinner with him, sandwiches and milk, she goes to take a shower and meets her fate when, assumedly, a woman, mother, shows up and murders her in the infamous shower scene. Been parodied everywhere. You know it, I know it. You love it, I love it. The shower scene, stabbing, And before the shower scene, you get a very big thing to note. You get the first instance of the first time ever that Psycho is the first film to ever actually show a flushing toilet. And that's the truth. Look it up. That is the truth. Psycho is the first film to show a flushing toilet. Yes, sir. And yeah. And then you can end the first film, still short, with her dying. And now you got the sequel that could come up. It's just two parts, And now you don't even have to show Norman, which happens next. Norman, throws stuff away, hides stuff, puts it in the car, drowns the car in the swamp or whatever, and hides the body, that sort of thing. And You don't even need to show that. You could cut after she's murdered, and then just start with her sister and her boyfriend trying to find her. And they hire Arbogast, who finds Norman Bates in the Bates Motel and starts to question him. Of course, Norman is nervous, so his story isn't 100%. Normally he says he wants to talk and question the mother. Norman doesn't think it's a good idea, but he says he's going to anyway, and he calls them and say, hey, I'm going to question the mother, but then never shows up. They go to the sheriff, and the sheriff tells them that mother actually died 10 years earlier. Norman found her in bed with her boyfriend when he found out she was married, and she killed him and then killed herself. We do find out later that Norman poisoned both of them. I don't know if it's in this one or if it's in Psycho 4, but yeah, he poisoned both of them. And we also find out the second twist. Arbogast is killed by mother. We find a second twist because Sam goes looking around and asking questions to Norman while Verna, that's the sister, goes... Is it Verna? No, that's the actress's name. Vera. Whatever. The sister goes looking around and she finds mother in the basement. It's a corpse. And we get a hint earlier when he's talking to Marion where he says that mother is she's as harmless as one of these stuffed birds here. Because she's dead, and actually Norman is mother. He has multiple personalities, the social identity disorder, whatever. He has that, and mother takes over his body. And that's the big twist, is that it's Norman the whole time, although you could sort of take a guess he's all alone out there. Once they say that mother died 10 years ago, you can kind of put together that, something's going on with Norman. So the biggest twist is that Marion Crane dies in the middle of the film. That's the biggest one. Couple things I thought of. Just mind a little things. One major one is that the guy narrating in the end of the film, I don't think is necessary. Because you get him basically spewing out exposition and telling us what happened, just in case you didn't catch it. But if you cut that out and just went straight to Norman, mother's inner monologue inside Norman's head, that works as a strong ending. One thing I want to mention that Norman didn't really know is that he buries her car in the swamp or whatever it's called, so that they can't find it. What he doesn't know is that even if he didn't, if he left her car sitting there, they would not have known it was her car unless they talked to the cop who followed her. Because they were looking for a specific car that she sold. I don't think they knew about it, but he didn't know that, so I'm not gonna... That's a minor thing. Also, Arbogast getting killed is kind of redundant to me. It's kind of unnecessary in my opinion. Yes, he's poking around. Yes, he kind of deserves poking around. But in my opinion, if you think about it, he could have just left. He didn't need to ask mother. He was told not to. He could have just left and reported back to them. But they killed him off. And that's fine. But I don't really think it's necessary. The only victim here the only victim needed was Marion. That's the big thing. Arbogast coming around asking questions, that's one thing. He even said, I need a warrant. He could go and say, okay, I'm not going to get any questions unless I go for a warrant. Because they get into a house without a warrant, he's not going to be able... He goes into this lady's house without a warrant. Even if he does talk to her, anything information he gets from her, he can't use because he does not use a warrant to get that information to enter the house. So if he should have been smart and went to get that warrant, while he's doing that, then the other two show up because they can't wait to find out. They can say, we can't wait, we're going to go check it out. Even though that could actually ruin the thing with the warrant, or they do anything specifically. But the sister really wants to talk to the mom, so then you can do that. But I'm saying just minor things. This movie is really, really good. It's a classic, and I can't give it any more than a 10 out of 10 for me. So what are your thoughts on Psycho? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one.